In just a few hours' time, another celebrity will be walking out of those doors, out of the reality show and back to their own reality.
Tonight we're getting ready for an eviction, and what a show we've got for you.
This is OK TV. Welcome to the show. Now, it's all getting very strained in the Big Brother house. Unbeknownst to them, Pamela or Darren will get evicted tonight. And last night, we were all very surprised to see Paddy losing it.
I'm on the edge. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at this, look at this. Now, he broke down in a diary room, so why is the show's hard man starting to crack? So we've got Emma Willis and Nikki Graham here in the studio to discuss Paddy's crisis.
And we're packed with celebrity news tonight. Oh yes, Angelina Jolie has been speaking about life with Brad and the truth about all those wedding rumours. And my favourite doctor of all time, yes, Carl Kennedy is here, and we'll be chatting to the Neighbours star Alan Fletcher later.
And if you're wondering where I am, keep watching. All will be revealed later in the show.
Yes, can't wait to see what our Jenny's been getting up to. But first, only one place to start, Celebrity Big Brother, of course. We're almost 2 weeks in and the pressure of being in the house is really starting to get to Paddy.
We saw him going to meltdown on last night's show after watching a scary movie with Jedward and a room full of skeletons.
Obviously didn't like vampires. That's potentially enough, though, to tip anyone over the edge, I'd say. Here's OK TV's Katie Goodman.
He's been the hard man of the house, the pillar, one of the few not to be nominated. But last night we saw it all get far too much for Paddy. It all started with a vampire-inspired task. None of the celebrities coped very well, and though Paddy is a tough guy, it was garlic ice cream that brought out his weak side.
Oh, mummy! Oh, mummy! Oh, big brother! I'm a right off. I need a priest to give me a blessing, and I want a doctor to look at my stomach inside. A priest and doctor.
And if Paddy didn't enjoy the task, he hated the prize even more. A special screening of a vampire movie along with some of the other housemates. Oh, and a few random extras too. But when it was over, it was then that Paddy completely lost his cool.
Oh, we're there for like 5 minutes.
Was it, Paddy?
We're there for 5 minutes. We're there for 5
Whether Jedward was the cause,
It was weird.
When my life, I was going to find him and he's put it through the screen.
or the vampire movie he'd just seen,
The whole programme bugged me, and a lot of morons dressed as skeletons.
or perhaps he just really missed Mrs. Paddy.
I'm on the edge. Listen, big brother, listen, I've never been, 34 years, once my wife left me for 4 days or 5 days. I've never been away from my wife. I'm all confused, you know what I mean?
What's wrong, Paddy?
I mean, I don't know what's wrong. Look at this. Look at this.
Who'd have thought Paddy Doherty would be the first housemate to really crack up? Looks like Mr. Tough Guy's got a difficult week ahead.
Oh, poor Paddy, he needs his woman!
It sounded like he was calling for his mummy more. Anyway, we're going to chat about Paddy with two very lovely ladies, and it wouldn't be a Wednesday without our BB superfan and bit on the side presenter, Miss Emma Willis.
Yeah! And here's another BB superfan, one of the best ever housemates is Nikki Graham!
Yes, Nikki! So welcome both to the show. So, Paddy, in a little bit of a mini crisis, is it because he didn't like the vampire film? Is it because of Jedward? What do you think, Em?
I don't think it's because of Jedward. I think possibly he's not a fan of horror movies, and I think possibly he is, you know, as you said, he's like the daddy of the house. We haven't seen him lose it at all, and I think maybe that has kind of pushed him over the edge. He was kind of locked in a small space with Jedward for a couple of hours, and a bunch of skeletons. Yeah. You know, it's kind of a strange situation. One of which was Jamie, right?
One of which was Jamie was sitting in the front row.
Do you know how jealous I was?
I know. We need to do that, don't we?
I know. He gets all the good bits.
Yeah, now what I was going to ask you about is Roseanne, because he kind of sat in the diary room and he was going on about the fact that she would control him straight away. Got a little bit of a picture there of him and his missus.
She's a good-looking woman, I reckon.
Lovely.
But he obviously pining for a Nikki, isn't he?
I'd say so, because he's a family man, and you know he talks about his wife a lot.
So I guess this is the longest he's ever been without her. So I think the cracks are definitely starting to show.
Yep.
Behind every man is a brilliant woman,
That's
as they
very
say.
true.
That's the theory.
Very, very true.
That's true. Go on, Jeff.
Now,
And
Nick,
it's
you've had your
obviously-
own diary room moments. What does it feel like watching Paddy go through that?
Well,
How can we forget yours, Nick?
yeah, I think that's a very mild version.
He's a lot more contained than you, I'd say.
a lot more contained. But I think he's done well. He's held it together for this long. So, you know, I think last night did just tip him over the edge.
Yeah.
He's a man's man, isn't he? And he probably doesn't want that whole house seeing him break down. So,
Yeah.
and you saw him saying, I don't know whether it was in, oh yeah, it was in the show, when he was saying, please don't show this, Big Brother, please don't show this. He didn't want people to see it. He just
No.
kind of wanted. As
Oh,
if
I didn't
we're
know
not
he was
gonna
begging them to not
show
say
it.
Male pride, it's a terrible thing.
As soon as you say that, though, you know they're definitely going to show it.
Yeah,
Also,
definitely.
you kind of want to see Paddy go on that little trip. Do you know what I mean? You know him as this kind of big, strong man, and you want to see his vulnerability, I think.
Yeah, now, Nikki and Josie, you've both been in there. How did you cope with the stress? Those moments,
She walked.
how did you do? You just left, basically, but, you know, the 3 months where you didn't walk and you won.
One day.
But how can you really get that stressed out? You don't even have to go to the shops.
Oh, so that's your explanation as to...
Yeah.
He's been a little bit ungrateful of his experience. Do you think Paddy should walk, or will he walk?
I think Paddy's got a good chance of winning, so it'd be very silly if he walked.
He's very well liked, isn't he? I think he's in with a chance.
Yeah,
I think he'll definitely be there at the end.
There or thereabouts. OK, girls, Paddy isn't the only one getting a bit emotional. Last night we also saw Lucian getting teary-eyed too.
And after nominating Darren, the guilt got too much for Lucian, so he fessed up to his face.
Yeah, but how did it go? Well, take a look at this.
One thing this place has told me is that I'm a sheep in situations. I'm not proud of it. I know for a fact there's no rectifying what I've done.
What you've just said is the start of becoming a man. Everyone makes mistakes. Don't hang this hanging over your head.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're a man. Come here.
Yeah, that's man.
EW would have talked about this a million times over on your bit on the side show last night.
Yeah, we
is
did.
this backtracking or is it genuine?
I think it's backtracking because we
I
showed
agree.
that exclusive clip last night, if you saw it, which wasn't in the main show.
Are you trying to say that your show gets better exclusive than this show?
No, I'm just saying, I don't know if you watched my show last night.
I did.
OK, so you saw the clip that we showed of Lucian trying to shake his hands walking into the bathroom, which happened before that.
Ah, I didn't see that bit.
And Darren ignored him and didn't want to shake his hand. And then after that, Lucian gets out of bed and apologises. So I think it's a bit...
So Lucian, good guy, will he come good in the end?
I think he is a good guy. I think he's feeling... a lot of peer pressure from Darren.
Quickly, what's going on with Lucian and Kerry? Because I'm not too sure on Lucian, mind.
Yeah, he's a player, I think.
He's no...
But I saw those hands rubbing all over her body yesterday, and that, to me, you know, you don't do that unless you kind of having a little bit of a feeling.
He's showing her a little bit of techers.
I mean, I
Kerry
don't know
got
how
sucked in by
real
looks of
it
things.
is, but I think, you know, if they're both up for a good time, then...
Let him go for it, go.
Been there, eh?
He's playing Tara a bit, though, as well, isn't he?
He's kind of jumped around the women a little bit, I think, and... But he's a young kid and he's gone in there to have fun. Like, Dane's been on the show all week and he's a friend of his and he's like, you know, he's got a good
Everyone
heart.
I speak to says that Lucian's a great guy, but he needs to be careful with his tactics. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of the boys for now. Let's turn our attention to Amy Childs and more specifically, her cooking without an apron.
Now, she may have the curves to rival Nigella, but she's not a patch on her in the kitchen, I can tell you now.
Dad, how do you make scrambled egg, please?
How do I make what?
How do you make scrambled egg? Just tell me the recipe and I can do it. Scrambled egg.
Just put eggs in and whisk it as it heats.
How many?
A little bit of milk if you want.
Cool. What am I doing? Pamela, how do you make scrambled eggs? I'll just put them 3 in. Bobby. Honey, I'm making scrambled eggs first time. Where's the mixer? Good work, Amy Childs.
All right, Amy the chef.
Girls ever cooked in a bikini?
Yep.
On holiday, yeah.
Girl. And on holiday?
On holiday,
I wasn't
yeah.
expecting you two to say yes, but lovely. Visual images for the rest of the day.
Love it.
Great stuff. Anyway, talking of predictions, as we know, whenever it comes to the public vote, it's notoriously difficult to guess which way they'll go.
Now, last week we saw Albert the Octopus wrongly predict that Kerry would be evicted Friday. Don't think so. We were supposed to be really clever.
Yeah, but have we learned our lesson? In one word, no. It's time for...
Needlessly random eviction prediction.
Here come the animals. As Albert the Octopus fouled us, we thought we'd leave the prediction to a much slower, but maybe more considered beast. Yes, the giant African land snail, of course. So 2 of them, to be precise. Josie, thanks for bringing them in from home. They are your pets.
That's all right, not a problem. You know, it saved my lunch. And now, what a pair of whoppers. They're the biggest land snails in the whole world. Can you believe it?
They are huge. Now, we've put Pamela and Darren's faces on the snails with their written consent, of course. So they have until the end of the show to reach the lettuce at the track's edge. The first to finish, or the snail that gets the furthest, will be our eviction prediction. They will be the celebrity who will predict we will leave tonight. Anyway, it's as simple as that, I think. That wasn't that simple, but I hope you got the gist anyway. So, girls, now you've seen the snails sticking. Are you sticking with your eviction predictions? You've seen what these guys look like. One looks slightly bigger than the other.
That's disgusting.
It is pretty yucky. They leave a horrible trail of yuck. Maybe you can get on your show someone to lick the underside of them later on. I wouldn't put it past you guys.
Tonight, so...
No,
yep, sounds perfect. Anyway, listen, the snails move at just 0.04 miles per hour, which is obviously hugely slow. We'll keep checking on their progress during the show. Emma and Nikki, time to say goodbye to you both. So thank you very much for coming in and saying hello to us.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you. Now, from the Big Brother house to Hollywood, we've got some news on Brangelina.
Now, since Brad revealed that their kids wanted them to get married, rumours have been strife that Ange and Brad are planning a secret wedding.
But based on what Angelina's just said, I wouldn't rush out and buy a hat just yet. OK TV's Katie Goodman has the scoop.
Just shoot for the stars if it feels...
Will they or won't they get married? Are they about to break up? Is she pregnant again? Or are they going to adopt yet another child? They are the questions everyone wants to know, and luckily we have all the answers. In an interview with October's issue of Vanity Fair, the Hollywood superstar set the record straight. There is no secret wedding, she told the magazine. I'm not pregnant, I'm not adopting at the moment. Angelina also gives us a sneak peek into what it's like living with the world's sexiest man and being in the same industry. She's currently working as the writer and director of a new movie called In the Land of Blood and Honey. But she says Brad thinks the experience will make her a nightmare to work with in the future because she'll become even more impatient with directors than she already is now. He loves her really though, and that's why Angelina says she couldn't always trust Brad to be totally honest about what he thought when she was writing the movie. He'd come in and say what he liked or what he didn't understand. Like any woman, I would listen to most of it and fight a few things. He's been so supportive, but it's hard to separate the person that loves you from the critic. So I don't think he's a fair judge. Well, judging from the interview, Brangelina is going from strength to strength. Just a shame there won't be a big fancy wedding anytime soon.
So if we put our names together, Joes, if we was ever together, you know, what would that come up with?
Just Brez.
Or G-Gib.
G-Gib.
Something like that. Let's not worry about it for now. But anyway, the lovely Sian Welby, everybody, is here now, which means it's time to talk celebrity tweets. And we hear there's been some breaking news. Is that correct?
That's correct. Stop the press. Cheryl Cole has finally tweeted after 2 months of having an account. You look very interested about this, Jeff.
Wow, hanging off every word. What does she say?
OK, well, she tweeted, "It's me, CC. Where my soldiers at? I can't believe what my fingers are doing, but yes, I'm tweeting." Then she put a little worried face, so here goes.
Oh.
Well, B, we've been waiting all that time for that.
I know, but guess what? That's not all. She also tweeted Cameron Diaz to say happy birthday. Ooh. So, not exactly shocking news here.
But why do you think that she's waited so long?
I don't know. Maybe she's just going to get into the flow of it now and we'll start seeing a lot more from
Twitter's
her.
fun. Come on, Cheryl, enjoy it. Get involved. Anyway, tell us about Paris Hilton.
Right, well, I don't know if this is good news or not, but she's reviving her singing career.
Yes.
Yes, I knew you'd love that. Now, she tweeted to say, In the studio, recording the sickest song, one of the most amazing producers. So exciting, love it, huge. That's my best impression.
That's exactly how she said it as well.
I love that, Shan. I love that impression. But are you a fan, mate?
I'm not sure. Now, for those of people who can't remember what her singing was like back then, this is her debut single in 2006.
And I'm satisfied. Oh no. Oh. Even though the gods are crazy, even though the stars are blind, if you show me real love, baby, I'll show you mine.
Oh, no doubt she'll have a number one. Now, JLS, we all have a little bit of JLS. They've been having a bromance on holiday. Who with, though?
Now they bumped into, as you do, Craig David on the holes.
David. Sorry.
Great little song.
I've heard he really loves it when people do that. Go on, carry on.
That's all we remember him for now. He tweeted, Marvin tweeted this picture. He wrote, "Who's that? Oh, it's CD in Ibiza with the boys, Marv." And you can just see him there, look, just squeezing in at the back with his glasses
yeah, he
on.
could be one of the crew, actually. But, Jeff, if you was going to have a bromance with anyone, who would it be?
Oh, you know, I love my Oliver, don't I? Ollie Murs is a good lad, yeah.
My mum loves him.
Right.
Like, mega fan, proper.
OK,
Yeah.
good, I'm glad.
Going to be down here next week now.
Bring your mum tomorrow, we'll have a cup of tea. Amanda Holden, tell us what's been going on with her. Great news recently, obviously.
Absolutely. Now, of course, she's announced that she's pregnant, and she tweeted a picture of her bump, but not just one bump, this bump as well. So there we are, having a bit of fun there in LA. She's with her daughter, Lexi, and it's good that despite all that heartache, she's finally having fun and enjoying herself.
Good.
And, again, what's happened with Shane Warne? He's having another one of his little breakdowns, isn't he?
He's having a moment, Josie.
Has his hair fallen out again?
No, hair hasn't fallen out. This is even weirder. He's been tweeting about his dreams. He tweeted, "Dreamt I was Scooby-Doo last night. Surely I can dream better things. No more Cartoon Network before bed. Trying Disney Channel tonight."
He's so rubbish.
It's so random.
Such an 80s dream. Anyway, before you go, Sean, who do you think is going to win our snail race between Pamela and Darren?
Well, they've not got very far, but Darren's just taking the lead there, so maybe he's got one of those six-packs going on underneath.
He could have a six-pack. Do you want to go and check? Because I don't.
No, I don't think I'll be checking
We'll
that.
leave them
Thanks,
to
Jeff.
their jobs. Thank you very much, Sean.
Thank you very much,
See
guys.
you very soon. Enjoy your lovely weekend in Barcelona. Sounds
I will
gorgeous.
do. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we've still got loads of news to come from the Celebrity Big Brother house, including a look at what's happening on tonight's CBB show. But that's not always it.
Oh, no. Alan Fletcher, a.k.a. Carl Kennedy from Neighbours, will be joining us in the studio.
Wonderful. Plus, as promised, we'll be revealing why Jenny isn't here. Find out what she's up to with Ronan Keating.
There we go. And, of course, we'll also be finding out...
Yeah, how are our snails? We're going to be finding out about the snails later, aren't we? So Pamela and Darren, they're going to be doing pretty well, I hope. So don't go anywhere, everyone, because they won't be. We'll see you after the break, won't we, Josie?
Yeah.
Welcome back to OK TV, the best place to satisfy your celebrity Big Brother cravings and your need for showbiz news.
Stay tuned, because later on we'll be taking a look at an exclusive clip from tonight's Big Brother. Plus, we've got the latest from these guys. Oh yes, it's our snails, Pamela and Darren. They're in the race to help us predict who will be evicted from tonight's Big Brother. But do the snails have any psychic powers?
I don't think so, Joe. You know what? I think they like a nice iceberg lettuce. By the looks of one of those ones. Anyway, but first it's time to welcome an absolute legend to the show. He's been in Neighbours for as long as I can remember, certainly for as long as since I left school, I think.
I love him.
I don't want to make him feel old, no, but he's flown in to promote a very good cause.
Oh, yes. And in just a moment, we'll be meeting Alan Fletcher, a.k.a. Dr. Carl Kennedy. But before we do this, take a look at this.
Alan Fletcher is, of course, the one and only Dr. Carl Kennedy in Neighbours. He's been taking care of the residents of Ramsey Street for 17 years. Along with his on-screen wife, Susan, they are the golden couple of Erinsborough. Alan's a bit of a crooner, so when he's not on the street, he's usually off touring with his bands. He even appeared on Soap Star Superstar, finishing in 6th place. Alan's back in the UK to tell men to face up to cancer with the charity Blue September. Alan, welcome to the show. 17 years on Neighbours.
Can you believe it?
Pile of furniture.
I've grown old on that show. It's terrifying.
You're only a few years less than the amount of time that Homer Simpson's been on The Simpsons.
Oh, thank you for that. No, I wander through the corridors of where we make the program, and they've got all the cast shots over the years, and I just said, all it is a chronicle of me losing my hair.
Josie commented that you actually look exactly the same as when you started 17 years ago.
You have aged.
You are so sweet.
Oh, stop it.
So, do you ever get people thinking that you're a real doctor?
I do. Particularly young lads, they like to come up and discuss their problems.
Right, has Josie asked you about her eye yet? Because
she has. Yeah.
I got to ask you out, like you and Susan, you're like the Australian Richard and Judy. What's going on? You seem to be going for a bit of a rough patch at the moment, don't you?
Yeah, this is a big story at the moment. It's actually one of the best we've ever done. Seriously, this story about Jim Dolan, his patient dying of cancer, and Susan's devoted to helping him in his last days. But Carl is getting very upset because, you know, with the kids grown up and all that, he wants to get on with life. He wants to go to Peru with Susan. He wants to live life with her. And he can't understand why she's throwing herself and dedicating herself so much to someone who's fundamentally a stranger.
Getting a bit jealous?
Well, it's jealous, but it's not jealous like in a sense of like, oh, you know, are you his lover? It's more of an emotional jealousy. It's like...
Got to ask you, is it funny having Malcolm back?
Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, he's like a son, you know. I mean, I've watched the boy grow up, and he's got 3 children, and you know. And
are you like their granddad as well?
Yeah, I am. It's kind of fun. It's really nice. Yeah.
So, Alan, we've actually got a clip of an argument here between Carl and Susan. Susan's been spending a lot of time with Jim, who's got cancer, and Carl has just told Jim that he's taking Susan on holiday to Peru. Let's have a look.
Look, Susan, I'm so sorry.
I thought you wanted to try and help me support him.
I do.
You couldn't have made him feel worse if you tried banging on about Peru.
I wasn't banging on about anything. I was answering questions, making conversation.
About our plans for the future.
Well, I assumed he knew about Peru.
Why would he?
I didn't realise our holiday was such a big secret.
Actually, guys, I don't feel too hot.
Jim!
Oh, no.
Jim!
Jim, can you hear me? Call the ambulance.
Is he breathing?
Heavy stuff, Al. What happens next?
Well, that's a good sneak preview you're giving there, too. Yeah. That's really nice. Off to hospital. This is the beginning of the end for him. And ironically, that, you know, it could signal some terrible stuff for Carl and Susan as well, because she's not ready yet to deal with the fact that he's going to go. And yeah, it's very strong from here.
We shall be viewing. So we're not just here to talk to you about Neighbours. We want to talk to you about your campaign to raise awareness about cancer. So that's a little bit more.
I mean, how ironic. I'm treating, you know, Jim for cancer, and one of the reasons he got sick is because he actually ignored the warning signs, and that's what I'm here for now. The whole month of September is called Blue September, and you'll see a lot of celebrities running around with blue paint on their faces. We have wonderful support from people like the Liverpool Footy Club, Stevie Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, and Mark Schwartz is on board, that sort of thing. And what we're trying to do is raise money for the Men's Health Forum and basically raise men's awareness about cancer, because so many men are getting cancer and dying from cancer because they don't listen to their bodies. They don't go and get the checkups. They don't look at the early warning signs.
So men check themselves less than women, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is actually, in general, I mean, there's a lot of men who look after themselves magnificently, but I think in general men tend to ignore those little niggly signs, you know, those coughs that go on a little bit longer than they should, those, you know, sort of like a little lesion or something on their skin that doesn't quite heal quickly or whatever. They go, oh, it'll be all right, they say.
Yep, no, you know, we should have a better attitude towards that, shouldn't we?
Absolutely, regular health checks.
You was up to Liverpool yesterday.
Yeah,
did you meet anyone, any of the players?
Unfortunately, they're all international, but I was wonderfully looked after by Mark Haig up there. Obviously went all over Anfield. We did a lot of... Liverpool's doing an enormous amount to support the Blue September cause, you know, and we had a bit of fun. I went around, painted the faces of some of the young kids doing the tour and things.
So if Stevie Gerrard is involved, he's going to paint his face blue. Isn't that the colour of another team on Merseyside?
Oh, is there another team in Merseyside?
I think there might be, yeah.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, no, Everton, of course. Everton blue, but they've got a lovely slogan up there at Liverpool. They say, red for life, blue for a day. And it's a great campaign.
And Alan, apart from the campaign, you doing anything else there?
No, I'm just, for me, I'm dedicated to Blue September on this trip and having a great time with it, talking to people about it, and yeah, I'm hoping that when I come back in a year's time for Blue September next year, every man in the UK will have gone off and had all those health checks.
Yes.
Okay, Alan, great luck. All the best with the campaign, obviously, and we hope to see you on Neighbours for another 17 years as well. Do you think you can handle that?
Oh, I'm there for life. I don't care.
Good stuff. Listen, thank you very much, Alan.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, it's eviction time on Celebrity Big Brother tonight, but we'll also get to see all the action from the house over the last 24 hours.
And if you can't wait, fear not, because we have got a clip from tonight's show right here, right now.
Great stuff. Now, Pamela has been talking about a motorcycle crash, but some of the housemates, even you, can't stop giggling. Sounds a bit insensitive if you ask me, so let's take a look before we judge.
You know, I almost died 8 years ago.
What? On the car?
Oh, yeah, no, I was in ICU.
Motorbike accident.
And so my daughters, I know, are constantly, imagine, 13 and 15.
Yeah.
And they're told their moms...
But how's it changed?
No, because it's on my head so much.
Sorry, I'm not having it.
No, it was a completely... it was just... It's where my head is. It's...
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it seemed pretty insensitive. We'll have to watch later on to kind of get the rest of it, but you still kind of laughed a bit. Why?
I know, because it was so awkward. Like, when I'm in an awkward moment, you just want to laugh. But I had a car crash once and I laughed.
Oh, OK. Yeah, that is strange.
That seems really funny, but when I got a nervous laugh.
Right. Yeah, anyway, right, come on. Lots of you have been wondering where Jenny is this week. Lovely Jenny, and now it's time to reveal all. Well, she's been away at the seaside with Ronan Keating, no less. Who she's been cheating on me with. But she's not exactly having a relaxing time out there with him.
Now, in a bid to raise millions of pounds to help fight cancer, Ronan's roped in a few celebrities, and Jenny being one of them. So she's got to swim from Holyhead all the way to Dublin, so she's being really, really brave. Well done, Jan.
Yeah, the team set off at 9 o'clock last night, and as we speak, they're about halfway across the freezing cold Irish Sea. But we sent our cameras to catch up with Jenny before she took the plunge.
For most of us teletypes, hanging out in Ibiza, life is just one big party. But I've been putting my energy into something a little different this summer, and I've spent my time practising swimming open water, so I can take part in a celebrity relay challenge that will see 10 of us take turns to complete a 56-mile swim. But my training hasn't all been done in glamorous locations. In between presenting OK TV, I'll be potting the lengths in London. So, my technique is not as bad as I thought, but nowhere near as good as it needs to be. So I've got 6 weeks to get myself in ship shape for the swim. Think I can do it? Well, I will be able to if I can get used to all this stuff, because it's freaking me out. Training done, and here I am now by the Irish Sea. Now I'm thinking that seaweed is going to be the least of my worries, because in here we've got sharks, jellyfish and freezing temperatures, so I'm absolutely dreading this swim, but I've got a really good motivation. We're here to raise an awful lot of money for Cancer Research UK, and my incentive being that I lost my mum 18 months ago to cancer, so that's going to spur me on through the night. And I tell you whose fault this is, Ronan Keating's.
I have a natural fear of the water, and I think it's normal to be afraid in the water because it's a monster.
It's the unknown.
Yeah, I don't like that. You know, I'm grand in a swimming pool and, you know, swimming away, but getting in the sea, you know, there's sharks out there, there's jellyfish, and it's dark, and we're swimming in the middle of the night, and it's minus, whatever it is, 6 or 7 degrees. It's frightening. So, look, I've done a bit of swimming in the Irish Sea, a little bit of swimming in the North Sea, but, I mean, small.
So how are we going to celebrate in Dublin?
We are going out. Jenny, if we get into Dublin, right, Thursday evening, we are out in the tiles Thursday night. The gang of us, it's going to be messy. I can't wait.
So the whole team's here, we are good to go. The only thing that stands between us is 56 miles of freezing sea. Wish us luck.
Do you know what? I know she's going to be absolutely fine because she looked like she had good swimming techers there. I'm just a little bit gutted I didn't see her in a bikini.
Oh, Jeffrey!
Hopefully she'll bring one in next week. Anyway, right, before we go, let's find out how our snails are getting on. Yes, they're called Pamela and Darren, and they are taking part in our needlessly random eviction prediction. We were hoping that the snail that could get the furthest from the centre of the board and hopefully reach the lettuce would be the celebrity to go. And it looks like Darren has actually won. He's obviously the hungriest, needs to fuel those abdominals, don't he? We'll find out tonight if the prediction comes true. So the other one, Pamela, has just kind of sat in the middle and not done anything, which is maybe true to life, a little bit lonely. Anyway, everyone, see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Oh, yeah.